Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Paranormal Plus with Grizzly. And who?
Tracy Inman.
That's right. Hello, Crazy Witch. Hello, Tess H. What's going on out there in La La Land? Well, you ain't going to believe I got my look. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tap the desk to show you I got my cat ball activated. Yes. Yeah, I got brave enough and brought it back out from the other show. Hello, FTL Paranormal. Welcome to the show. So, Tracy, what's been going on?
Just out and about. Came across this thing a little while back.
Oh, man. Let me get my holy water out. And in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Hi, Chris.
Yeah, right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that cat ball went off because I slammed my holy water down. I got nervous, okay? So that was me making that cat ball go off. Now, ladies and gentlemen, my turn. Yes, lo and behold, I got another topsy-turvy doll. And this is Little Red Riding Hood. This is Little Red Riding Hood on top. You flip it over, and then you got Grandma. Then on the back side, if you flip it over once again, then you got the big bad wolf. And that's why you call it a topsy-turvy doll, right? There's several dolls, and so it's 3 dolls in one. I do not know how old it is. Yes, Crazy Witch. I am. Yes, Misty. I know. So I got it up there with the twin. So hopefully they do like it. I didn't ask Jackie, so hopefully Jackie doesn't mind. Alexa, notification. I love lights when they go off. But yeah, so I heard we have an interesting guest.
Yeah, hey, so we have a guy named Ricky Hillard. He is from the Fort Wayne, Indiana area. He is a paranormal investigator and staff member at the Bell Mansion in Fort Wayne, and he has been investigating the paranormal for 19 years. I know this guy. I've talked to him for probably 3 or 4 years now. Super, super nice guy. I've been on his show, and he's really, really familiar with a lot of paranormal stuff, and he's really likable.
All right, let's bring him on. Ricky, welcome to the show, sir. Welcome. Let me flip you around here a little bit. There we go. How you doing? Oh, wait a minute here. Let me. Yep.
I'm muted.
There you go. Yeah.
There we go.
How you doing, Ricky?
Everybody? Doing
We
good.
already got gremlins in the studio already, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. So tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm Ricky. Currently 31. I'll be 32 in June. Like Tracy pretty much covered it. I've been in the paranormal field for 19 years. I didn't find the paranormal. The paranormal found me at a very young age. Gosh, my mom and dad could tell you stories that back when I was a toddler. So I've been seeing, hearing, and feeling things for, God, pretty much my whole life.
Yeah, right.
So
Tell me.
Around 13 years old, I was at Chickamauga Battlefield there in the Georgia-Tennessee line. Saw a full-bodied apparition of a Confederate cavalry officer, to be exact. And that kind of is what did it. So from 13 all the way now to 32, it'll be 19 years I've been in the field.
Wow. So what was your first impression, your first thought when you saw that at first?
It blew me away, to be honest, because when I saw it, because originally I'd been terrified of the paranormal up to that point. That's what kind of changed my vision on it. I was like, oh my God, if I see a ghost, I'm going to run like a little girl, start crying. And I see it. It's more than startled me. I was just like shocked. I couldn't move. I was just like, and then I processed it. And when I guess the initial reaction was more fight or flight. What the heck did I just see? And I went into more being intrigued than running from it. I actually immediately went after it and tried to see if I could, find out where it came from. And turns out where I walked, see where it walked into is the only way it could come back out. There's one way in, one way out. And he walked right through that wall and there was nobody there.
Yeah, I would have went into the other directions, ladies and gentlemen. That is right, Crazy Witch and Missy. Unbelievable. Yeah. So what an experience. So that set you off into the paranormal field. Interesting.
Yep.
What was some of the first equipment you got?
Oh man, let's go back. So my first arsenal was, of course, the voice recorder, and then shortly after, I mean, it was like literally months after it dropped, was the original K2 meter. So I remember having that, and that was my go-to for a very long time. Of course, now fast forward, we got all the fancy new equipment. Nothing against it. I'm still bare bones. I like my EDI Plus, voice recorder, camcorder, and myself pretty much. You're at the end of the day, you are the best piece of equipment you can have. So
Yeah. So tell us about the Bill Mansion. I know
man,
you're a volunteer there, right? You're a volunteer there, right?
I could talk to y'all for a long time about the Bill Mansion. So
I know I see it everywhere on Facebook with everybody from Kalani Smith and hell, even Rachel Stratton and those guys too. So I mean, it's a big thing.
We even had Nick Groff filmed here last November. Now we can talk about it. So we've had pretty much. I mean, if you're big into the big names of the celebrity field, most of them have been here already. We've had Jason Hawes, his daughter Satori and her boyfriend, also Sherry DeBenedetti. We've had Kalani, like you said. We've even had Jonathan Davis from Korn here. We had Ice Nine Kills here. Kingdom of Giants or metalcore bands. If you're not familiar with that kind of music, check them out. Awesome people. It's funny how popular the paranormal has gotten. So the Bell Mansion has been here since 1893. It was established in 1893 by a two-time state senator and lawyer, and also a natural gas advocate, Robert C. Bell, from the Muncie, Indiana. Not yet, but that could happen. We're not sure 100%, but I know he knows of us, so we might get lucky one day. Jack Osborne might pop in, but
yeah, there you go.
But so basically, a fun fact about them, his wife, Clara, she's also known for the arts. She was an artist, so she also helped find the St. Francis. It wasn't St. Francis at the time, but the art classes that are over there in that area as well. But Robert, the coolest thing about this is he is the reason why we have natural gas in Fort Wayne, and not only Fort Wayne, but Chicago as well. Illinois. Really? Yep. So that's kind of where he got his money. They built this mansion for $55,000. It's equivalent to $2.3 million today.
Yeah.
From there, Robert passed away in 1901. Ended up having to, about 1904, Clara, his wife, sold it off to the Nobles. There was a second family. They were woodworking family. They occupied here from 1904 all the way to 1925 when they sold it off. Then 1926, Kleinfall Melton bought it, and they've been a funeral home from 1926 to 2018, 92 full years. So it's a little brief history. Yeah.
Yeah, man, you really know your stuff.
Yep. So after that, it sat empty from 2018 to about 2019 when our amazing, they're like my second family. The Sturms bought the building, and Bob, Pat, and Angie. Angie's the one that you'll see around here all the time. She pretty much runs the place. Amazing person. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have the Bell Mansion today. So they preserved it. They were originally going to turn it into a bed and breakfast until they started having paranormal activity happen, and they called a team in, and the rest is history. Now it's open as, not only paranormals, but we just got our license. Now we're a full-fledged event center. Weddings, parties. I mean, you can do it all.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
It brings everybody together too. It's so cool. It's seriously, it's a blessing to be a part of such a good organization.
Have you what kind of stuff have you guys encountered there?
Oh, just about everything. So everybody freaks out. They're like, "Oh, do you have, with it being a funeral home, do you have any demons or anything like that?" We don't have anything dark. Nothing dark is allowed here. For one, we don't allow that. It's a very safe place for anybody, paranormal investigative wise, to get their feet wet, or even if you're a seasoned investigator like myself or y'all. This is kind of a safe place for everybody to come investigate. We even do once a month, during the summer, we do Kids Day, where we bring, like-minded children. I wish I had that when I was a kid, when I was developing, my skills in the paranormal field. So we just kind of show them the rope and, teach them the paranormal side of things. Some people were against it, which is okay, but we make sure and we take all the necessary safety precautions to not expose anybody, to anything bad. So,
Oh, cool.
but we have everything from disembodied voices, apparitions, footsteps, doors opening, like stuff moving around. Pretty much a little bit of everything. Yeah.
No, that's cool. That's really cool.
Yep.
So Missy's in the background cracking jokes, and I'm trying to keep from laughing because I'm interested. All right, Missy, you got my attention, nightmare, right? But that's interesting. Something for kids. Wow. Now, I would take my children to something like that, but I can see a lot of people like, no, you crazy? Yeah, we're crazy.
Yep.
Why not? That's interesting.
We only encourage it. Like, I don't know. It's been a vision. It's been a vision because we've interacted with a lot of, kids over the past, private residences and stuff like that, on top of, just in the field. And just looking back at it, when we were kids, we thought we were crazy. So we kind of want to have a spot, even if they're not ready to investigate, they can still come share their stories and talk to people, that'll listen to them and not be like, oh, you need to go see a psychiatrist and, here's a bunch of medicine.
Well, even if you go back 4 years from now and you were to say something like that, that might have been the answer. Mm-hmm. But it's amazing because paranormal's just taken off like crazy now. It's become more of a norm.
We don't really expect our kids' day to have much, but you would be surprised how many kids show up and the knowledge that these kids already have just based on, what they've seen on TV. Now we try to teach them. It's like, hey, TV is entertainment for the most part versus real investigating. So we do have kids coming in here and be like, oh, let's talk to Zozo. It's like, oh, no, you're not talking to nobody like that. Like, you kind of got to hey, you don't want them to start messing with stuff they don't need to be messing with,
Yeah.
It's like...
Might have to change the name for the show to Normal Plus, Chris.
Yeah, right. Have you had any kids come through that have been psychic yet, that had abilities?
We have had a couple kids that have abilities, correct. I'm not sure 100% psychic, but they really interact because we do have a couple children's spirit here. So they interact really well with them. But it's interesting to hear their stories and how they can get close to, some of the history without them actually knowing anything. Because that's another thing when the kids come in, they don't want to know about the history. They just want the equipment and like, hey, let's go. So that's another benefit too. When they start picking up on things, it's just like, okay, how'd you know that?
Wow. That's interesting, Tracy.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. See, FDL posted they have he's from London, over in that area up north of London, and he said they have paranormal hunts for kids over there too.
Awesome.
Junior paranormal. That's one guy that if you could ever get hooked up, Mike with FDL, he's not scared of anything. He he actually was on our show last week too, and he's done a lot of London in that area over there in England is like crazy.
It's on my list. So
we're going in August. Me and my wife are. Yeah.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, we're gonna go for 10 days, and I'm trying to hook up with Mike. It's just gotta get so busy with everything we're doing. It's hard to really sit down and talk to him. But yeah, he's gonna lead us in a good direction over there. So
cool.
Yeah.
So tell us about some of your experiences that you have. Where you've been in some of your encounters. I mean, it's really interesting. I mean, 19 years, that's a lot.
Yeah. You figured I'd be all over the United States. I haven't got out west yet. That's on my bucket list still. But man, I'm a former staff member at Old South Pittsburgh Hospital. I was there for about a year. Excellent place. I love everybody over there. Shout out Ronnie and the crew. They also do the haunted harriman. I haven't got to investigate there yet. That's on their list. But man, I've been to Waverly Hills, Bobby Mackey's, Gettysburg several times now.
Well, we met at Ashmore, didn't we?
No, we met at that's where you met T-Dog, I think. I was supposed to be there. I forgot why I couldn't come. But Mineral Springs.
Yes, and we met at the show, the Wildy Theater. We met up with you at the Wildy Theater.
Yep.
There
for Sleepless Unrest. Yep, that's right.
Yeah, about that.
Yep. Gosh, I've been all over the place. I mean, Florida, St. Augustine, coastal Georgia, 'cause that's where I'm originally from, the area of Georgia. So my ex-brother-in-law at the time was stationed over in Hinesville at Fort Stewart. So we did Fort McAllister, some stuff over there. I've been through South Carolina, doing private residences when I was a part of Tap's family. Man, all over Georgia. Gosh, I'm trying to think. I know I'm gonna miss some places.
No,
You have been
I've been to a
everywhere.
lot. Yeah, all but the West. The West is my next trek. I want to get out and check out the Wild West. I mean, there's so much history over there. But
the clown hotel.
yeah, I would just bring holy water and throw it all over the room. Clowns don't bother me. It's just dolls. Exactly.
My dog barked as soon as you said that.
Yeah. I'm inspired by like the history out west. I mean, as far as the mining and stuff, a lot of tragedy. Oh, nice.
My wife went to Jerome last year with her mom, and then that's a big time Jerome, Arizona. That's a huge haunted town.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Oh yes.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff there, which is pretty neat. She didn't hunt or anything. She just went on her own vacation for a week. Had to get away from me. So that's Chris knows.
Been investigating. Shout out to Atlanta, Georgia. I love Georgia people. Those are my people too. I'm actually going home. I'll be home for Mother's Day, which is going to be nice. So hopefully I get a hunt in with my buddy Josh Purvis while we're down there. We're working something out. But
no, that'd be cool.
Yep. Or see what we can get into. If not, it's just gonna be good to be back home for a little bit. I miss home. Being up in Indiana, the weather. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
right.
Midwest.
Chris and I we talk every once in a while about the paranormal field itself, and yes, it's growing. What are your thoughts? Because I think we all have the same thoughts on it, and we talk about this a lot. But what are your thoughts on the new generation that's coming through and growing? The newer class. Chris and I believe that we should help them. Not if they do something wrong, we shouldn't make fun of them or anything like that. We should help them, show them what they did wrong.
Right. Well, like we had a discussion last night when I was telling you about, like, I remember when I thought dust was my aunt or descendants from the other side, or just stuff like that. We all start somewhere, and that's the number one thing that we have to remember. It doesn't matter if you've been in the field one day or if you've been in the field 40, 50 years, you can still learn from each other. But I've noticed a lot of the newer age paranormal people, their interests and their intentions are set wrong as well. They think they're just going to grab a camera and jump on YouTube and make it big and make money off of it, which is not a bad goal. But then again, like, if you know nothing about it, you're just setting yourself up for failure. The number one thing is stay true to your intentions.
Yep.
You got to have a passion for it. But then again, it's like we still have to welcome these people with open arms because they just might be misguided. Teach them. Don't, of course, nobody's going to agree 100% on anything. And, you'll still have somebody, if you're like, hey, this was a piece of dust, they're going to fight you on it. So
yeah,
you kind of have to tread lightly, but I mean, you just have to be an ambassador. An ambassador is to grow the field. And I mean, there's no 100% right or wrong way to do it, I don't think, but as long as you're true to yourself,
Yeah, I wish some of these guys that had, thousands of followers, and I get you can't answer every messenger or stuff like that, but just somebody asked them just a question for knowledge, that if they could. I'm hoping that they're answering those questions at least.
Oh, yeah. I can give you a good example of people who do answer. The searchers, Shane Pittman, Josh Purvis, and Ray. I mean, three awesome people. Also, shout out to my good friends Brandon Alvis and Mustafa Gadalari. Those are other two people. Those are I would be the ones you look after. Look up to. And the current day and age of the paranormal field. Jason Hawes as well. I mean, he's a GOAT, Great people. Absolutely great people.
No,
they really do. They'll take the time.
And hopefully the people watching this that are inexperienced or whatever, or thinking of starting up a team or anything like that,
Do it.
Can-
Just do it.
can-
There's no.
Exactly. There's no
Yeah.
wrong, but there can be a wrong though if you go about doing it right, Chris?
Right.
Yeah, and my thing is, ladies and gentlemen, take your ego out. I mean, power is knowledge, and knowledge is power. I don't have
Everybody
a
can learn.
textbook, right? It says this is what we're going to do, and this is how you're going to do it, because my way is not the highway. My way is not your way, and it's not his way. But, if we take the totality of everything, we may learn something from each other, and that's the best way, I think. But that's just my opinion.
Samantha makes a good point there. New investigators do have great equipment now, right?
They do. I wish we had some of this stuff back in the day, to be honest,
Oh yeah, definitely, man. That
Just in the past 5 years is insane. And speaking of new equipment, I have some friends here. I'm hoping I could probably snag for a couple minutes. If I want to put them out there, they make really good paranormal equipment. They're called Paranormal Inquiries. My good friend Tyler, they make a lot of our stuff here at the Bell Mansion. Also, Austin Maynard. Y'all are probably familiar with Austin Maynard. Makes killer equipment. There's so many good people out there that are making equipment too, and they're not trying to rip you off, like some of these companies do. So
that's the main thing. You go to a couple of those companies, man, just a bottom line thing that you probably already have in your case, and it's like $60-$70 minimum, and you're like, well, right. Pre-COVID, you could buy it for $30. Now it's $60-$70. It's crazy.
Oh, for sure. And then say somebody does have the money and they drop maybe $1,500 on equipment, then they hit you with $20 shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Are you kidding me? $20 shipping? Come on. I know these businesses have to make a profit, but then there's risk and reward. You got to satisfy your customers. You have satisfied customers. That means returns. Eventually, it'll catch up, and you'll make the profit back.
One of the guys was not asking, but he made a point about Mackey's. What all did you find when you went to Mackey's? Because I always hear about it, and it's on our bucket list, but I haven't been.
I've been once. Now you just have to keep in mind what you see on TV is not what you're going to get. And that goes for anywhere. Especially if you've seen it on Ghost Adventures or any big TV show network or big YouTube. It can be different every time you go. When I went, I did have a couple experiences, but it was nothing of the dark side, like people claim there. I'm not saying that there isn't a portal to hell. I just had no interactions with it. I did hear a disembodied voice. It was more like a female doing a vocal warm-up in the dressing room area, and a lot of different weird fluctuation on equipment. But other than that, it was a pretty quiet night. Cool place, though. Bobby, oh man, Bobby, he's a good guy. He's got a really cool establishment down there. It's a must check out, whether you're into paranormal or not.
It's not too far from where I live, no. So it's something I wouldn't mind going. But once again, we get all this hype off TV, and everybody wants to go, and they go, and they're like, nothing happens.
And they're disappointed. That's the problem. That's the downfall when you have entertainment and you have real paranormal investigating. That's what I tell people on the tour, especially like when they're getting into the investigating part. It's like, take what you see on TV, no offense to it, and throw it out the window, because 99.9% of the time it's going to be a bunch of us sitting in the dark talking to the wall hoping for a response. And it's just like fishing too. Just because you cast a line doesn't mean you're going to get a bite. You're going to have your days where you get it on a good day. You're going to have your days where you get absolutely nothing. And being a staff member here, I'm here a lot, and I've already seen that. There's been days where nothing happens here, and I'm leading a tour, and people are so disappointed, but I have to remind them, it's like, hey, unfortunately, it's the luck of the draw.
Yeah, I wish I could catch 8 fish in 20 minutes. Yeah, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I do have my cat ball out. I just want to let you know. So, if it flies in my lap tonight, I will jump up and start throwing holy water. So, I'm just letting you know it's there. It's activated. So, yes. So, absolutely.
Thanks for one of those dolls there.
Yeah, no. Every time I think about cat balls, I think about FDL Paranormal when he brings out that big bag. He's like, look what I got from China.
Yeah, I
love you, Michael.
He bought 1,000 of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of.
It's cheaper to buy them by that than cheaper to buy them that way than one and than each.
I bet. Mhm.
So yeah, there is a demon on every episode of some type of TV show, but that's what sells.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
Missy,
what people
Grizzly,
sell
don't you
now.
jump? Yeah, Grizzly, you didn't jump last time. No, I just about messed my britches. I wasn't expecting that. Yes, that caught me off guard. FDL, it sure did. But it's there,
I
ladies and
invented
gentlemen.
I invented a phrase now that's going around. If people that know me, they always ask me what a dude bro is. I got it from Ghost Adventures. Believe it or not, over the years. Now they haven't said it exactly. Oh, dude, bro. But if you look at Aaron and them, they're like, oh, dude or bro. So I put it together, and it's just like it's kind of like a little funny thing that goes around. Like something happens, dude, bro. Like all the modern television versus investigating. So don't be a dude, bro. Investigate paranormal.
I was really surprised with the negative the negativity around lately here around that show.
It's interesting. I've heard. I don't know exactly what's going on, so I can't speak on it. But from what I've heard, it's a situation. Like, and if what's being said is true about certain people, it's like I can't blame these certain people for speaking out about it because I would do the same, honestly.
Yeah, should have spoken out earlier, probably too, though.
Right. And yeah, based on what I've heard, it's not. It's been going on since day one.
All I know is if I ever become popular, I'm not knocking nobody.
Right. Well,
And that's
the
the
thing. You got to
thing.
stay true to yourself. That's the thing. Don't get
That
an
is
ego.
correct. That is
Nope.
correct. And nobody's going to tell me what I can and cannot do. So that's
Right.
one thing everybody's got to understand. I'm not going to fake it.
Yep.
If we have to film 80
Nope.
hours to get 45 minutes, then so be it. If nothing happens, nothing happens. We're not going to kick things. And I'm going to have Tracy run up and down the stairs screaming and running with the camera. I mean, come on, ladies and
Or
gentlemen.
have somebody make a piece of equipment go off by triggering a walkie-talkie or
Yeah,
something.
right. So
Yeah.
we won't
I've
go
seen
there.
that.
But yeah. I
I
know.
always like the cat ball on the floor, and you kind of step next to it, close enough to it, and then it just goes off because of it's got a little bit of vibration there.
Yep.
That's always interesting.
Bonjour de France. We got somebody from France on. Hello, oui. So yes, hello there. So yeah.
Parlez-vous. We're going to Paris for one day when we're over there. So
Nice.
I'm sure everybody's getting tired of talking.
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna try to do the catacombs, Ricky.
So
That would be sick.
Ricky, I have to call out FDL Paranormal. Michael, I'm sorry. Do you know what Michael does when he has no activity? Now, this is how crazy this guy is. I mean, he has this special book, and it's filled with dynamic stuff. It's the dynamic Bible. And he'll sit there with no activity, and he'll read from it. And he was like, all hell break loose. I'm like, well, no wonder. You're not conjuring shit up. I mean, come on, right? And he thinks it's funny. And I'm like, you're crazy. He's like, I've never been home. No attachments. I'm like, yeah, that's what you think. Sorry, Michael.
I've had a brush in one time with the darker side of the paranormal. It's real. I didn't think it was real until I had my experience. It's real.
Yes, it is.
And when it happens, you can't explain it. It's like you're living a nightmare, if that makes sense, or like some dream, or you're like in a horror movie. It really messes with you. Like it's crazy.
See, Michael has not had that experience yet. That's what I want to know. What works? Yeah, I tell you what works. You know what works. Oh, Michael, I will pray for thyself tonight. I tell you, bless your soul, man. Unbelievable, man. Yeah, that's the one with all the cat balls. Yeah, I would never do that.
Yeah, I don't use Ouija boards either. I don't.
No,
I stay away from that.
I think he plays with those too, doesn't he?
I think he said so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think at the end of the day, it's all about attention, but it's not something I levitate towards myself personally either. I've seen people use them in a good way, but then again, when I had my brush with the darker side, I didn't even use one, but somebody had used one at the location I was at the time I was at, and I ended up taking the downfall for it because I'm more on the sensitive side. I've been told, it's been proven, but I don't really like to boast it, but I'm more of a target when I go into some locations than most are. Ghost magnet, if you want to call me ghost bait, pretty much.
There you go.
Oh, I'll have to remember that when I go out with you. I know who's walking first into the room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not scared. That's the thing. I'm not one to run. I'm more of a stay and fight. That's why I tell my friends, don't jump scare me, because I'm not responsible for what happens after that point. I go into fight or flight, literally. Like,
yeah, Grizzly's he lives down around oh shoot. What am I trying to say, Grizzly? The Waverly Hills.
Waverly Hills, yes.
Yeah,
My mom used to work there when I was a child.
I love Waverly. I got to get back. I'm so glad it's back into good hands.
Well, me and the wife and hopefully that paranormal are going to try to make it down there this year. When we do, we'll hook you guys up and.
Oh yeah, let me know. Yeah, it's a 3-hour drive from me. Not far at all.
Yeah, it's like a 6-hour for us, I think.
Yeah, less than 45 minutes, I think, for me. So yeah.
Lucky dogs.
Yeah.
Braggers.
Yeah. FDL Paranormal. I can't even say your name. Yeah, but never had anything off them. I don't like the fact of a Ouija board work with hands on. I don't know. You still make me nervous though. So yeah. What's up?
I've seen that happen too. I've literally seen somebody using a Ouija board with wrong intentions, like basically having somebody saying that they're talking to their loved one and making them cry, but you could tell they were moving the planchette.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it can be so easily fake too, even though it is an ancient piece of tool. Same thing with dowsing rods. Even though I love dowsing rods, I've seen people use their thumbs or use gravity. If it's not straight and you start seeing somebody like pushing down, of course you're going to cross. If they're watching their fingers, of course, they can move them. But then you got somebody that keeps them straight,
Yeah.
But they weren't originally used for paranormal investigating. They were used to find water.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then, just like seances, you're sitting around the table, somebody easily bumped the table, stuff like that. You guys ever do that when you were kids? Have friends over and do a seance just to do it? I remember we did that as kids.
Oh yeah.
Never conjured anything, but
that and damn Zozo starts walking around the room throwing pots and pans. I'm done. I'm gone. Peace.
Yeah, there you go. Where are you wanting to go next, Ricky?
Man, that's a good question.
If you could get out of there right now and go anywhere, where would you be going?
One place, like no strings, anywhere. Like
anywhere. Yeah.
I would have to say, if I had one place to investigate, like actually be able to investigate, it would have to be Gettysburg. That would be amazing, because right now you can't do that because people. I mean, they ruined it for people. They've had to start closing the park early now. I used to go out there in the fall, like right before Halloween, and you get it because the sun's down at 6, so you'd have it, and the park closed at 10. So you'd have those little times where you could still be out on the battlefield investigating. But now we can't do that because somebody went out there with their metal detector one night and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna illegally do metal detecting." Yeah. It's just like they ruined it for everybody. It's like, damn. But no, that's something I would love to do, like conduct a real legit investigation with, of course, the proper permissions. But it probably will never happen. But
no, it's ruined. Yeah, it's been ruined.
Yeah, I would love to have an opportunity to investigate a place like that, because I mean, with majority of it being residual, that's a lot of history in one spot. A lot of trauma. Yeah. It's a formula for hunting. But if I had to pick like a location, God, I can't just pick one. There's so many I want to go to.
That's the bad part. It is, because there's so many good locations out there. What trumps over another one? But ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after this commercial. Stand by.
All right.
Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of Paranormal Plus with Grizzly and Tracy. We also got Ricky. This edition is brought to you by Western Kentucky Bigfoot and Paranormal Investigations, LLC. They have a question for you, Ricky. They want to know, does Bell Mansion in Fort Wayne, do they still use the Ouija board?
Now, yes, some people do. We also sell them. So
What?
we don't frown upon the usage as long as people can be respectful and use them the right way. It's all cool. You won't see me playing with the Ouija board. I've done it a few times. I just don't like it. But before I did it, I properly did it. You know, I grounded myself, protected myself, also closed it out properly. Because at the end of the day, I look at it, you know, it's just another piece of equipment in the arsenal, but it's just that goes with any piece of equipment. It's all about intentions at the end of the day. If someone's got bad intentions, you're going to have some issues.
You brought up a good point there. So for newer people watching, you know, I have my own little ritual thing, and I know Chris has his ritual thing, but when you get to an investigation or leave an investigation, do you have any ritual, Ricky, that you do to make sure nothing follows you home? Or if you explain it.
My level of protection starts before the investigation. So like I'm going to Missouri State Penitentiary in a couple weeks. So I'm going to be already in the early stages, a lot of meditating, grounding. And then from there, you have to have your one protector. You can have numerous, but I have one protector, Archangel Michael, and of course, the higher power, Jesus Christ. Those two work together. They can expel anything. You have to truly actually feel it and believe it, because if you don't, you're weak, you know. Some people like stones and crystals. There's a few things I use, but typically the thing that works for me is it's Saint Archangel Michael card, like a playing card. You have to have that one symbol, as some people call it, like movies, symbol of love, basically, symbol of protection with you. You have to truly believe it. When you leave the investigation, of course, you know, state, hey, you can't follow me. We have to really firmly believe it. Some people sage. There's all sorts of different essential oils that we sell here in the Bell Mansion that help with repelling and, you know, getting rid of negative energy. It's just all about your intention too. You have to be firm and you have to believe it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. That's the
spiritual thing.
Yeah, I pray before we leave. I pray on our way back, even before we walk in the door. Pray again. You know, command them to leave, get out of the house, stuff like that. What about you, Chris?
Yes, I carry my holy water with me. I carry a Saint Benedict. I carry my crucifixes. I carry all kinds of faithful religious objects. I carry my prayer cloth. But one thing that I always say, just like he just said, if you do not have faith, it is useless. So that is correct, ladies and gentlemen. So you got to have faith.
So
there's going to be some times where your little stones and stuff don't work. At the end of the day, you are your biggest protector. You know, I want you to work.
Yeah. So all the newer people out there listening and stuff, you know, it's not just advice they're giving. You're listening to two people other than myself. I'm newer compared to what these two have been in. What they're telling you is what you really should be listening to, and I honestly believe every word they're saying when they talk like that, right? And just on my own, like I said, with my belief, I've been able to. So Ricky may not know this, we have a huge old toy collection in our house, taken from many, many, many places throughout the central United States, and I'm really surprised nothing's come back. But we pray and we pray and we pray right before we get to dinner. So I'm happy.
Samantha wants to know: have you ever heard of Steve Huff in his ghost
Name
box?
rings a bell. Name rings a bell. I think I have.
Ghost boxes. I wonder if that's like a radio box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I have my spirit box next to me. The one I told everybody and showed you. The one on Amazon for like $99. Remember? I'm afraid to turn it on. Yeah, I'm afraid to turn it on. I got my cat ball. I'll leave that on. So, not my spirit box. We'll do that on another show. We don't have Ricky on. So, yeah, absolutely. Yep. Johnny, my level of protection is Jesus Christ owns my soul. Yes, sir.
There you go.
Absolutely. No, nothing wrong with that. A higher power. I was kind of surprised.
when you think of paranormal, the perception out there throughout the years has been probably not religious. You know, that's just a perception. I believe that, at least from the area I'm from, right? But after being in it, the majority of that I found are, and they do have a very good spirituality amongst them, and they have a good faith, which is awesome.
Y'all want to go for a walk real quick? I think we got.
Yeah, go ahead. Take us
Let's see where I can take us real quick.
He's taking us around the Bill Mansion, guys.
Yeah, let me make sure I got my key. Okay, yeah, we're good.
We are not responsible for anything that happens, just saying, during the broadcast.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I already filled out a waiver here, so we're good.
There you go.
All right.
You got to show us the coffin.
Yeah, I got you. Hang on. Let me see if anybody's in here. I don't know if anybody's investigating.
Here, let me see if I can blow him up. Let's make him big eye. Where'd he go? There he is. Voila.
There it is. Maybe.
Oh, Ricky.
You froze up, buddy.
Hold on. I'm working on.
There we go.
Yeah,
there we go. We got
still?
you. Yeah.
There it is.
Wow.
Okay. Can y'all see me?
Yes, we can see you now.
Okay. I don't know what happened there. Sometimes the service will go out unexpectedly. So what you're seeing right here, this is all original to the funeral home. All the way from 1935. That's actually from the 1920s, and that is bodily fluid you see on that.
Yeah. If I had a UV black light, I could imagine. Yes.
Yeah. Let's see if I get.
You still there, Chris?
Yeah, I'm still here. I can hear him walking around.
Yeah, it's all froze up on my end. Oh, there he is.
There we go.
There you go. That's
so we're
better.
having some issues with connection right now. Sorry about that, everybody. But
That's all right. It happens.
those all original, 1893. All the woodwork you see in here, except the stuff that was added by the funeral home, is all original. So a lot of really good craftsmanship. And I got to shout out some of the amazing people
Are you still?
that we have here.
Are you on here?
Staff members,
what's
Luke,
going on?
with Amber,
I need to get back.
and Paranormal Inquiries. These are people I was telling you about. So they make a lot of really good stuff for us
Hello,
here at
everybody.
the Bell Mansion.
Well, somebody took off running. Wow.
Yeah, that was Jesus. Actually, that's what we call him. He looks like our Holy Spirit. He's going up the stairs. So you think I'm funny, I'll show you why. So no joke. We actually did a Last Supper picture.
Oh, that's funny.
Man.
There's Brian Pino. It was all his idea. So you can kind of see our little makeshift gift shop. We've got people from Ghost Hunter, some two familiar faces right there, Brian and Michelle, and Dustin Perry and Brian Pino. More in the basement, but this is what we got coming up. This is our upcoming event. That's Mike Rickensecker. He'll be here June 10th in 2023 this year.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Bam. There's Jesus. Say what's up.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
What's happening?
But yeah,
Awesome.
see, I mean, we got a little bit of everything. A lot of our stuff in our gift shop is to help support local as well. We got a lot of metaphysical stuff, paranormal equipment.
Oh, that's
I mean,
pretty cool.
Yep. We like to support local, and we have one Ouija board still for sale.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So got a little bit of everything for everybody. So.
Yeah, I love the old mansions, man. We got a few of them around here and we've hunted a couple times, but they're just beautiful.
Oh yeah, and a lot of things. We're so blessed to have this location because a lot, especially in Fort Wayne, they like to tear stuff down. This could be, a parking lot or work. Some people could have turned it into apartments. So being able to preserve this is quite a blessing.
So FD Paranormal just posted he has an old tavern that they're doing next week from 1683 and linked to William Shakespeare and Henry VIII. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. See, that's the history I want to get over there and explore. We
Yeah,
don't have that here. I mean, we do, but not that old. We have to go all the way
Right.
up to the coast, to get into the 1600s. But need batteries.
now was the whole mansion a funeral home, or was it were people living there with the funeral home too, or not?
Where I'm sitting, would have been the living quarters if there was any, during the funeral home day. So the third floor, the second floor, and the add-on in the first floor, the whole place, 15,000 square feet. It was a funeral home for 92 years.
Man, that's crazy.
Unbelievable. That's wild. So,
How's it going, Nick?
Sean wants to know, they rent the whole funeral parlor, or do
Hey,
you
Nick.
all have just rounds that you all do through the week or on weekends or tours, or how does that work?
So ghost tours are every Saturday, 4 to 6 p.m., $25. If you want to rent the place during the week, $600. During the weekend, of course, $800. It's just more in demand.
Right. That makes sense.
So, yeah, it's just, it's mainly to keep the doors open. That's the main thing.
And are there any foundations that have been done since 1146? What does that mean, FDL?
He's talking about that.
Oh, Norman invasion.
tavern.
Oh, okay. The tavern. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Sean.
it's
I
1100.
I read that wrong. Okay. Yes. Okay. Sorry about that. I read that wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize. I was thinking about his place. So, what is the craziest thing that's taking place where you are at right now?
Craziest? I would have to say one of my first experiences actually being walked up on, being the only one here.
Yeah. Somebody been. Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting because I heard the floor shift, felt somebody walk towards me, but nobody was there. And as somebody actually walked up to me, I braced for impact, and it was like somebody threw static electricity at me. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
but other than that, it's not really a creepy, scary place at all.
you said a lot of shadows, right?
Yeah, I've seen a few shadows while I've been here. One full-bodied apparition, partial apparition as well in the middle of the night. But other than that, it's been just mainly disembodied voices, footsteps, stuff like that.
How many funerals do you approximately they had there? Do you have an estimate or a rough count?
I can't get a rough count, but the thing, I got a guesstimate of what we've been told, up to 400,000 bodies passed through here. So,
Whoa!
There's got to be one or two that stayed.
right. Sometimes, with it being a former funeral home, it's hard to say who we've got that comes in and out. A lot of the time, a lot of our activity on the third floor is pretty much all who was here previously as a resident. So,
Wow, that's crazy. Y'all just sit around right now, get ready to do something, and does stuff just happen out of nowhere? Did y'all just hear that? Did y'all hear that?
yeah. But right now with people in the building, it's okay, we're gonna hear but when we're here alone, yeah. There's been numerous times where, and that's a technique I like to use while I investigate. It's stop investigating, and if there's something there, eventually it'll come seek you out. It'll prove itself to you.
Yeah, if it wants to be heard, it'll be heard, huh?
Yep.
It'll be known for sure. So today's Wednesday. So you guys, I guess you guys just do tours during the week and the weekend. So you guys are really picking up, which is cool.
Yep. Events are kicking up as well.
So I think that would be awesome, Chris, to have a wedding there at that place, a reception.
Are you crazy?
No, that would be pretty cool.
Now I can marry people, right?
Yeah, that's what you said.
That's right. Yeah, all I have to do is file for the paperwork. I got my letter in good standing for every state. No, not a problem. Now, will I do it? I don't know. I probably wouldn't, but just saying. So yeah. That, ladies and gentlemen, people are getting married by the Cocaine Bear in Lexington, Kentucky. I mean, come on.
I've seen that. I mean,
I know. I mean,
can it get any more
really?
Kentucky than that?
Right?
I haven't seen that movie yet. I haven't seen it.
Do not waste your money. I can tell you
Right.
that.
That's what I've heard.
I just moved from Lexington, Kentucky, back to my hometown. So yeah, I was like, wow. When I saw that on the news, I'm like, you got to be joking. And they are still going there and getting married, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So unbelievable.
Now there'd be like a cocaine lion or something to be the next movie out. Hell, they could probably make probably 30 or 40.
Why not a duck? Why not a cocaine duck? You know.
I'm waiting for Sasquatch.
You walk around going,
there you go.
He walk around going crack, crack, crack.
Yeah.
Instead of quack, it'd be crack. The duck.
Oh my gosh,
duck.
yeah. Samantha says, I was with a group that held weekly sessions at an abandoned hospital for 16 years. Now, hospitals, let me tell you something.
Those are my favorite.
I knew Ricky was going to say that. How did I know?
Yep.
How did I know? So I have a psychic that goes to hospitals and she has to clean them out before she can see her family and friends with spirits. She has to cleanse them.
Yeah. That would not
be the basement. And she has to, it's wild. And she sees the angel of death when she walks past certain rooms. I mean, and she says it's in a cloak, and and it's like, wow, that's crazy. Hey, Things Network, welcome to the show. Long time no see, sir. How
Shout out to some friends from Indiana right there. Shout out Jeremy and everybody.
That's right, Jeremy, man. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, well, Ricky, you said you were a member of the South Pittsburgh Hospital, right?
Yep, correct.
Yeah. So
yep. I mean, you gotta look at a hospital. Like, you've got life, death, and everything in between there. I mean, it's a breeding ground for paranormal activity.
I haven't made it there yet, but that's something I like to do too. You always see that the Harriman area as well. That one.
Oh yeah,
pretty decent.
Oh yeah, it's wicked. It's awesome. It's a must investigate. 100%.
You ever been there, Chris? Either of those?
No, I have not. I've been in enough hospitals in the past 7 years. I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't blame you there, buddy.
I'm definitely good.
If you go, tell them I sent you. They'll love on you. They're good people. Good people. So.
Oh, good, man. Yeah, definitely. That's something we're going to hit one day. That's our plan anyway.
So what else would you like to talk about? You still got a few minutes before you got to go? Because I know you're pressed for time, sir.
Yep. Pretty much we covered it all, I just want to give a shout out to everybody out there that's in the paranormal field, I mean, because without the paranormal investigator, the teams and stuff like that, we wouldn't have the paranormal, at the end of the day, locations. I mean, if you look back just even 8-9 years ago, it was hard to find places to investigate, that you can pay money to go investigate now. And some people take advantage of the money thing. They try to put it back in their own pocket, but then you still have locations out there that do the honest thing. It costs money to keep the doors open, and there's still some locations out there that have that mindset. They just want to keep the doors open and share it with the public and the paranormal community. So, gotta give respect to that,
Yeah, we talk about that every once in a while. Pre-COVID, it was a certain price at a lot of spots, and then post-COVID, it's doubled in some places. It's kind of crazy, man.
People get greedy sometimes. That's unfortunate, but
I get the electric going up a little bit, so you got to raise the cost a little bit, but
right.
doubling in the cost is just
at the end of the day, you got people that are just in it to make money, a quick money grab, and then you got people that actually give a shit.
Yeah. Well, as I found out, and Chris has probably found out, I don't know how people are really making money in the paranormal business.
No,
if you are,
really not.
If you are, bless your heart.
Yeah, but, the ones that are, it's very rare.
Me and Chris, we don't charge anything for any of our private hunts or really, like even with Paralink.com, we don't charge anything for people to join or anything like that as well. So we're not out to make too much money. I get, like Bill Mansion, they have to charge, they have to keep the lights on and stuff, and you have a good staff there.
If you compare it to different locations, it's still very within the reason too. That's the goal. That's the one thing we're not out there to make $1 million off the place. It's just simply to have it. It's a place where it's bringing the community together.
Well, it's awesome that it's not just a paranormal place. I mean, to an extent, obviously it is, but for wedding receptions and your event side of it, it's a unique, clique of people that can come to that as well. And I'm sure you're comparable in cost with other places in the area like that too. So that's awesome that you don't have to rely just on ghost hunts to keep the lights on.
Yeah,
That's
the
huge,
nice thing.
man.
I mean, we even have people that do yoga. So we rented out the yoga studio. One of the casket showrooms is a yoga studio. So I mean, in a way, it's bringing the community together in so many different ways. So,
And that's what I'm about. I know that's what Chris is about.
Absolutely.
Get everybody together, get the negativity going as much as possible. There's always going to be a little bit, but get it going and get the new people.
That's the thing. Like, that's the thing I've seen about the paranormal field. And as of late, in the last 2-3 years, people attack people for just wanting to stay true to themselves and, be a part of something that they've helped build. And it's sad, like I get when there's splits and stuff, people have their feelings. They have every right in the world to feel the way they do, but they need to realize at the end of the day that not everybody, is out to get them or wish them harm. Hell, I mean, and I say this to any team that I used to be a part of, I wish everyone the best, the absolute 100% best, because there's no need to sit around and be bitter and hateful towards each other. That's not growing the field. That's tearing it apart, That's just another thing, I wanted to speak of. And, shout out to Things. I used to be a part of Things, but, we went our separate ways, but we're still friends to this day. A lot of us, Same thing with, my friend T-Dog. I used to be a part of Riverbend, Indiana, but,
he was
he's
watching
still a
earlier.
good friend. Yeah, T-Dog is an amazing individual as well, and the whole team. Shout out to Riverbend. And shout out my old team, OWPS. I want to see everybody out there enjoying the paranormal field. That's what it's about. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's.
And I agree with you. And here's the way I look at it, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what I tell everybody that's in the cryptid field, the paranormal field, however you want to color it. Whether Ricky and I get along well or not, you will never know it. We will not badmouth each other. We will not trash talk each other. We will not have drama in public. If we have business that him and I need to attend to, we'll do it behind the scenes. It's none of your all's business. He's not going to trash talk me on someone's live, and I'm not going to do the same. And that's the way
another
it should
thing
go.
In the field, though. There's a lot of things I've noticed in the field.
Yes.
With previous situations, people put bugs in other people's ears.
Yes,
and
stuff. They do.
And and it's stirring the shit pot. That's why I just get silent. It may take a year, it may take two years. Eventually, people find it out, and then we can sit down and have a face-to-face talk. And that's how it should be. I'm not out to make anybody mad or anything either. Like I genuinely give a shit about everybody in the paranormal field and there's people that I can't work with, but I don't make a deal of it. It's like, hey, how's it doing? How are you doing?
Oh yeah.
You have to grow the field. If you can't work with anybody, some people, that's fine. It's okay. Just walk away. It's no harm done.
Well, and I told one guy,
we're in the field together.
That's right. And I told one guy, if you didn't hear it from that person's mouth, and you take that negative and you turn into positive. Well, maybe you didn't hear things right. Maybe you need to go ask them.
Maybe somebody's trying to cause beef.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
Yep.
But nobody listens to Grizzly, but that's okay. I still love everybody.
No,
I'm a firm believer in that. Ricky, thank you so much for your time. Have fun tonight.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you.
Greatly. Thanks, appreciate it. Have fun. Take care, brother.
Take care, man.
Man, what an awesome person, man. Awesome. Yeah. Let me hit the right buttons here. We're making each other big. And where'd you go? You just disappeared. There we go. Here we go. Let me bring you back. Okay. Yeah. I'm hitting the buttons and everything. Yeah. Ricky, that was awesome, man.
Yeah. He's a really good guy. He is. He really does care about the paranormal community.
Well, that's one thing that really bothers me is everybody gets in that drama stuff. And he said this, she said that, and all. You know what? I don't care who said what. Just leave me out of it. If y'all got a beef with each other, do whatever. Just, I don't want no part of it, man.
And it's not just the paranormal field. It's in life, basically. It just so happens that it's rolling into the paranormal because it's getting so big.
It is. Nobody's better than anybody. And that's my thing.
Agreed.
Like I said, if you make it big, bring me up. And if I make it big, I'll bring you up. That's the rule of the game. That's my rule.
The goal is we both make it big at the same time.
There we go. Right. Thank you, Missy. Ricky is full of energy and enthusiasm. Yeah, that makes it great. Yeah, very excellent guest. So evidently they're getting ready to do an investigation, I think. Is that true?
Yeah, they're doing that at Bell Mansion. My suggestion is if you guys look up Ricky Hillard, Hellard, on Facebook. He has a podcast on Tuesday nights, typically. He just got back into it a couple weeks ago. If you guys get the opportunity, he really does a good podcast too. So,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. They have to look it up on his page to see what it is and what time and all that. So,
yeah, you notice my cat ball did not go off. I'm so proud.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's good actually.
Yeah, I'm actually good. So I was debating on whether to turn this on or not, and I'm like, I don't know. I said I would. So, all right, it is on.
Para-Realm Encounters. That's the name of Ricky's show. Para-Realm Encounters.
Is that what he just said?
Yeah, it's on Tuesdays. So please be sure to check it out if you get the opportunity, guys. It's a pretty good show.
All right, we'll put this underneath the microphone here. Now, if this thing starts going crazy, I am turning it off. Yes, Crazy Witch, I absolutely believe that drama. So, all right, it is going on. The spirit box is going on. If you hear it in the background, don't forget to tell good night to the new doll too. Oh, yes, I will not forget to say that. Alexa, notification. What? What was that?
It's my wife.
Oh, I was like, I'm hearing voices. I'm hearing voices.
That's funny.
I didn't know that was. Okay. All right, man. Now that got my attention like real quick. You said it was coming through my headphones. I didn't know if that was coming through my mic. So
That's funny. I thought she was saying Tracy, but she was saying Grizzly.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, that got me nervous. Yeah, that got me going there, ladies and gentlemen. I really thought something was happening. So
hey, also FDL Paranormal on Thursday nights, they have a little chat thing that they set up. I'm not sure if Mike wants to talk about it, but that's a pretty good one too. I honestly, I've been busy the last couple Thursday nights, but I do plan on trying to join in tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. Yeah, but you got to realize he's 6 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah. Crazy Witch, you heard that too. Thank goodness, man. Yeah. Was she just laughing?
Yeah, she's laughing.
Okay.
I'm going to mute it.
All right. I'm good. I just want to make sure. Yeah, Missy. Timing was perfect on that, boy. You see, everything I hear is coming through my headset. So I don't know if it's the box because it's right below my microphone. So, yeah. But anyways, yeah. But no, that'd be interesting. So, but yeah. LOL, come on. I'll come on. I'll come on. You free? What?
Come on, you're free. More than welcome anytime.
I don't know if he's laughing and typing. More than welcome anytime. Well, you're more than welcome anytime. We already told you that.
Well, I think he was saying if we want to watch his on Thursdays, everybody's more than welcome. So if you guys get the opportunity, check out FDL Paranormal on Facebook as well, and you can possibly join their group or get invited, whatever. I'm not sure how they work it, but good people, very good people,
very good people. Now, now Tracy was talking. Sorry, came on you free. Sorry, come on if you're free. Oh, okay. So you missed it. It said hello. Hello, how are you? Let me turn my mic up a little bit so you can hear it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it actually said hello. Anybody there? I can hear you. Did you hear that? Can you hear me?
Barely.
Let me hold it up a little closer to the mic. All right. Can you say that again? I can hear you. All right. Different time zones are painting the buttocks. They are. I need to get time clocks around the whole world for everybody. So I've got it held up to the mic right now. Any of the dolls paying attention? Can you talk? Hello? I guess they don't want to talk. Yeah, I hear some mumbling too, but I can't make it out. But I heard, can you hear me? Before I picked it up. But you never know. Is Paralink down? Can I get on? They're actually doing maintenance right now, I think. Isn't that right?
I believe it is back up, but Sean was updating some stuff with the passwords. So if you want to get on it, you can. You just have to. You might have to redo your password when you get on there until he gets it completely fixed. And
Samantha is saying hello. Hello to the dolls. So I hope, or to Tracy. So yeah, Missy, you heard? Can you hear me too? Yeah, that's what I heard earlier. So
Yeah.
I'm getting the shakes. I don't want to lose my top spot. Well, I haven't even tried uploading anything yet. I think I'm still negative. So is anybody
you're
in the
positive.
studio?
You're positive last time.
Really?
Yeah, you got into the positive for a little bit there.
Anybody in the studio? No, nothing.
I thought I heard it say something, a woman's voice.
It did, but I didn't know what it said. Hello, this is Grizzly. What's your name? Mullen? Oh, great. I look up and Tracy's gone. There's a freaking doll in its place. Great. I love it.
I want to get you, Grizzly.
I'm going to have nightmares tonight. Oh, did you hear it say Grizzly?
Sounded like it.
Yeah, I think I did poop my pants.
It said it again. It said something like that.
I don't know. I'm shaking. Crazy Witch says he hears laughing. I don't know. I'm shaking. I don't like using the spirit box in the studio. See, that's me hitting the mic. Hello? Aren't we all? Past 2 a.m. Is that time it is over there, Missy? Well, at least the cat ball's not going off. Oh, I tried to pick up a frequency there. That's unusual. What did it say?
Sound like it said the same thing you just said. That's unusual.
Missy says, yeah. All right, I'm turning it off. I'm getting freaked out. Sorry, guys, ladies and gentlemen. When you're in a place or you're out in the woods and that thing is just like just going, and all of a sudden it just goes, hello. And you're like, what? And you ask it a question and it responds. Yeah. So I have to go back and listen to the audio to make sure, make sure I heard what I thought it heard. But y'all, I don't know.
I heard something.
I heard something too, but no, it's okay. It's interesting. Yeah, it is interesting. They're fun to play with. I don't know about your own place. It may spook you out like I do. Samantha loves that. Next time, if we don't have a guest, I'll actually play it in the background next to the mic so y'all can hear it. So that way, when the other Alexa notification, it's not like tell me what's going on.
One new notification from Amazon Shopping. 2 shipments have arrived.
Alexa, stop.
Car boosters.
All right, there we go. Good. I keep seeing lights going off above my head. It's distracting. So
There you go.
all right, FDL Paranormal. Hey, have you guys tried the apps I suggested last week? No, I have not. What were those apps? So I would like to check that out. And I just knocked the cat ball over, ladies and gentlemen. That was my fault. So what were those apps? FDL Paranormal. Type them out again.
I wrote them
said you
down.
liked them. So I got another new device. And the stand disappeared. You got to be joking. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. So the other device I had was too powerful. Let me fix my camera here. Too powerful and picked up on too much vibrations. See if this will work here. All right. Now if I can put it in the stand properly. So this actually picks up, if you see it, and it actually picks up sound too, but you can't see it because it's kind of blocking. So let me put it up here on my board. Now, can you see it now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So this way it picks up sound. So not only do I have the cat ball, let me put that back. But last time, the other one I had was so sensitive. I mean, every time I touched the desk, it would just like move. And it was like, damn. So I let it set at night in the studio, and it had 2 of them instead of 1. And it was pretty neat, but the mic was way too sensitive. I mean, I would move things around the studio and would set it off. And so I ramped the mic up with like a cloth, and it was still too sensitive. So I sent it back. So I got on to a paranormal site, and they're like, hey, if you're into audio, like, like you record stuff, EVPs, they recommend this little thing. It's like $15 off Amazon.
Oh, that's cool.
And yeah, and it's chargeable, and you can take it anywhere remotely, and it's sound activated. So like the cat ball is motion or vibration, right? Now this is by sound. So even though you may not hear it, this will still pick it up. So it still picks up that frequency. That's why when I'm talking, it's maxing out so loud or so tall. But anyway, it's just another gadget to use. That's all.
Does it record anything or?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Because I got recorders and everything. So that's what it looks like at the bottom. If I hold it up, say, if I don't say anything, if I talk real soft, see how it does. So it picks up everything.
Oh, that's cool.
Especially if you're sitting in the dark and you're like really being real quiet, and you're like, now you got a visual to go along with it. So yeah.
Oh yeah. It ain't just you ain't just relying on your mind.
Right. So Crazy Wits, Grizzly, I heard something sound like a radio dial. Yeah, so that's what it does. It actually goes through and it goes, and it goes through there, and it's like a radio. But yes, very interesting. Cool. I'll interpret that. Spirit Taker and Spirit Music Box. Yes. I used the portal from Steve Huff. That's pretty neat. It's high dollar. The reason why I bought the one off Amazon was to demo it. It's in reach for everybody's pocketbook, right? So it has the EVP on it. It's got a little flashlight. So it's got a little multi things into it for the average Joe to get started. So it's pretty neat. Right on, FD Paranormal. But yeah, Things Network. That's really cool. Where'd you get? Amazon. But it's really neat, and I got that. And like I said, you can use it on your studio. They got different ones, so when you can talk, you can get different colors, different sizes. But this model is the one, I think it was like $15, free Amazon Prime shipping. but if I just barely talk, and it's pretty neat how it picks it up. So, but it's another gadget to add in the toolbox. So, but I want to use it when I go out in the woods at night, and I want to put it at a distance. So when something's walking, not only do I have audio, but I got visual I can see. So
awesome.
But yeah. So what else you got, Tracy? Anything else coming up we need to announce or what?
No. Like I said, Paralink is back on. It might have an issue with the password where he's trying to work through that. We were updating it, and he just texted me and said everything was pretty good with it.
Good.
Yeah, definitely, and keep getting the word out about it. Keep spreading it. That Paranormal, we're still in talks of trying to find a couple places to do. We have some private hunts that people are wanting us to do, so I think we're going to dive into those and possibly do a live show with it like we usually do with that Paranormal. And we're doing a regular show together. Yeah, we've been doing it for what now, Chris? About 5 weeks? Yeah, I think this is like our 5th or 6th episode. So it's a pretty good one. Is it going? Did it go off on its own? 3 times.
I can't hear anything, but it's picking up something. That's why I'm saying that's why people are using it. So yeah, we've been doing a show every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, you got to come on and be one of our guests, man. I love to have you back on. Yeah, Crazy Witch. You're not talking into account of all the other noise in the force. It's one of those things. I have to try it, but once you get your baseline, you're probably right. Crazy Witch. Yeah, it'll probably freak me out more than anything. So yeah, absolutely. But it's pretty neat gadget. It's inexpensive. But I noticed when it was picking up stuff compared to my voice, it would only pick up like 1 bar, then the white bar. And that's why I was pointing to it. So it was really interesting. But anyways, just throwing out there, $15, free shipping. Why not? Why not? We spend more than that and gas and other stuff and wastefulness.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pick one of those up.
Yeah, why not? Have some fun with it. But I had some like the other ones I had that came in pair. You can buy these, I think 2s, 4s, 6, 8s. So yeah, it's pretty neat. And they're USB chargeable. So happen to have. Absolutely. 7 p.m. Yes, sir. Eastern. We after the 7. Yep, that is correct. Spot on. Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, from coast to coast around the world, we love it. Michael, don't be a stranger. Don't forget, we got the next show coming up in 45 minutes, guys. Tracy, would you like to say anything?
Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, take care. God bless you all. We'll see you. Bye-bye.